Hey guys, so webinar gods are fickle creatures, and I figure, in my first 10 webinars, I'll knock out every mistake possible, like muting yourself, bad replay links, all of it in one go. So this is the redo on the webinar for the art of finishing the load of laundry myth. My name is Shannon Townsend. I am your Get Shit Done coach. I am here to share with you a super, super simple tool that I use all the time. I'll be able to do the webinar in 15 minutes, and you can use it today, tomorrow, for the rest of forever to really tackle your in-between times and making sure that you're using those times effectively for things that you can actually get done, like actually done, start to finish in one go instead of ongoing tasks like laundry. I pick on laundry a lot because it's one of those things that, unless I'm really, really conscious of it, it's really easy to start laundry and then find out later that, oh gosh, it's not working as well as I would like it to. For example, I don't actually have my laundry sorted. So instead of taking 60 seconds to drop a load of laundry in, I have to, sort my laundry or find it underneath the other piles of things in my room. Or I have to now work on getting it into the dryer, which also takes time. And then once it's in the dryer, making sure that it gets folded and put away so that way I don't wash clothes just to turn around and rewash them because they got smelly or they're too wrinkled or they're like perpetually stuck in one, like, there's that shirt that you love and like the one sleeve is all messed up and you're like, I don't know how to fix that. And it's because you were able to promptly pull it out of the washer, shake it out, throw it in the dryer, and get on with your day. So sorry, laundry, you are not the quick and easy solution like we would hope you were, but that's all going to end today because we are focusing on finishing. So what can you do start to finish so you can prove to yourself, your ego, spouses, business partners, everyone, that you are capable of starting something and finishing it all in one go. Okay? Are we ready to knock this one out? All right, let me share my screen with you so you can see these fantastic, fantastic slides. Let's see. We'll try that one. We're going to present that to everybody. Hey, would you look at that? You can see my slides. Okay, so the art of finishing the load of laundry myth, how time-devouring and multi-step tasks are killing your motivation, drive, and urging you to strangle loved ones, all in the name of productivity. Truer words never spoken. Okay, so a little bit about me. These are all the people in my life that help me be me. I got mom and dad who have always been my rock, always allowed me to run into the next adventure. And taking over for my parents is my wonderfully fantastic husband, Joe. And he now is that rock that lets me run into crazy things and always have a lifeline to pull me back out again. And then the other member of our family is Darkroar, the seven-toed cat. He has 7 toes on each paw. He is like 4 animals all in one, or at least the number of toes for 4 animals all in one. And while he looks really angry and evil in that picture, he is stupidly well behaved, and we're not sure how that happened, especially for a cat. But this is my family. I love them to death, and they're the reason why I'm able to share so much with all of you, because they've got my back. So I am the Get Shit Done coach. I focus on setting up systems, figuring out your priorities, and creating a plan that allows you to integrate everything that's going on in your life. It's really simple and easy. It's not simple or easy, actually. It is a common pitfall for people to try and take their lives in very, very small areas and be like, okay, well, this is business, Shannon, and this is home, Shannon. And really, those two things end up being at war with each other because they're constantly fighting for your attention because they're important. So I help you integrate all of those things so that way you can show up in the world the way you want to. You can knock out the 5-mile long to-do list. You can follow what sparks you and even have time to get done the things that you have to do, like errands. For me, it's making time for my husband, going pee, and most importantly, Netflix binges. I am a cheerleader by nature. I store your accomplishments for you so I can repeat them back to you. So that way you can see even little things are super important. You're capable, you're amazing, and I'm here to show that to you. Okay, so the art of finishing and why this is so very important is because a lot of times our small tasks turn into massive time wasters, and we end the day going, you know, I did a lot, I think, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know, and yeah. And then we sit in this space at the end of the day going, I know I was busy, what the heck did I do? And it's because we're wasting time without even realizing it. And you can't afford to waste time anymore. You're losing half your day because you don't know what's going on, or you desperately need a break. So you get up and you go, I'm going to do something productive. And that one productive thing derails the rest of your day, most likely because you are starting something else, which then has to be added to your to-do list. And it's wasting your most valuable resource, which is your patience and your give a damn, and it kills your momentum. So that's going to stop today, because in the time that you have, the 5-10 minute breaks, you're actually going to start and finish something. Okay, so all you need to do right now is get out a piece of paper and a pen and choose 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and write that at the top of your paper. And if you don't have pen and paper, you can pause this video. So if you chose number 1, I want you to write 5 minutes next to your number 1 on the top of your paper. You chose number 2, write down 10 minutes next to the top of your paper. If you chose number 3, I want you to write 20 minutes at the top of your paper. Now this is the art of finishing. This is what it's all about, because in the time that you chose, I want you to brain dump as many things as you can start and finish in the time allotted. Now, we are fantastic as entrepreneurs of starting new things in the 5 minutes we have, which just adds to our overwhelm and our to-do list. And this is all about proving to your ego and the scared piece of you that doesn't like change, that change is good, and that just because you start something doesn't mean it's going to sit in the forever waiting to be finished mode, that you can start something and finish it all in one go. So I'm going to give you, let's see, actually, you know what? Since this is a video, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to start brain dumping. And if at the end of 30 seconds you're like, oh, geez, I have more, go ahead, pause the video. But right now, you're going to write down everything you can think of that you can start and finish, not start up, but start and finish in the time you were given. All right? I hope that makes sense, because it's going to feel really, really overwhelming at first, and that's totally okay. So go ahead and start brain dumping, and I will continue to throw out a couple more things for you. Know that these tasks don't have to be business related. They can be really, really simple, and the more simple they are, the better. They can be things that need to get done around your house. They can be really quick and easy favors for friends and family. They can be breaks and things you enjoy doing. In fact, I would highly suggest that it's those sorts of things, because starting and finishing something that brings you joy outside of your business is only going to do fantastic things for you. So go ahead, keep writing it down, and if you're totally stuck of, there is nothing that I can start and finish in the time allotted, fear not. Because I've thrown down a couple of things that come from my own list for the times that I find myself with. Like, I have 5 minutes, I have 20 minutes before my next meeting, and I want to do something instead of getting lost on Facebook. This is what I've got. So in 5 minutes, I can take my vitamins, which seems crazy simple. But sometimes that means I need to find my vitamins. But it also means that, like, hey, at the end of the day, I can say, you know, I may not have saved the world, but I did take my vitamins, so I'm saving myself. That's pretty fantastic. If you're not around because you forgot to take your vitamins, no bueno. You can respond to a single email, and it's usually that email that you've been thinking about all day. Doesn't mean you have to respond to every email, but one email. You can get up and go pee. You can drink a glass of water. You can drink 2 glasses of water, and in your next 5-minute break, you go pee. It's that easy. Now, 10 minutes, we start to get into that feeling of like, oh, I have more time. And in 10 minutes, you could unload the dishwasher. Notice I said unload dishwasher. I did not say do the dishes, because usually do the dishes means you have to unload the dishwasher. You have to load the dishwasher. You probably got to wash a couple pans. Oh, and then, you got the counter wet. So, I might as well wipe down the counters. And it turns into like one of those snowball-y things. And right now, in these lists of 5, 10, and 20 minutes, your goal is to break down things that you can do start to finish and walk away from. So, unload the dishwasher. Hey, if that only took you 4 minutes and you have a 10-minute break, maybe you can load the dishwasher in 4 minutes. Hey man, then you just did 2 things. That's fantastic. In 10 minutes, you could delete a bunch of emails. You could clean off your desk so you don't have a bunch of visual noise distracting you. Like, for example, my husband has for quite a while, a thing from the dentist sitting in front of me, and all I can see are like x-rays of teeth, and it's so distracting. And it wasn't until earlier today that I was like, I don't have to look at that all day long just because he left it there. So I can pick it up and put it in with his stuff and decrease my visual noise. And that is going to make me productive for the rest of the day because I'm not distracted by a disembodied mouth. In 20 minutes, I can take a shower. That's it. Not get ready, but in 20 minutes, I can take a shower. I can make out with my partner, because if you can build that into your day, you are a freaking rock star. You should. It's going to do such fantastic things for you in your relationship, because oftentimes, like I said before, we're trying to compartmentalize business and home and our own self-care. And if you can blend these things, everyone in your life is going to be happier, especially the person you're making out with. Now, my all-time favorite thing to do right now is to color. It's like creative meditation for me. It totally zones me out. It allows me to center and ground. It's really fantastic. And it's not something I'm willing to only spend 5 minutes on. That's a really, really key distinction. I really enjoy it. It is my break. It's my midday meditation. I can color for hours, and sometimes I do. But 5 minutes isn't enough. And if I were to list it under my 5-minute category, I would feel guilty about continuing to color, because that would feel like a waste of time. And, I only allotted myself 5 minutes. Screw that. Put it down 20 minutes. Have an hour list if you want. These are things that you feel good about starting and finishing in the time allotted. So that's it. That is the art of finishing. It's that simple. And you can do it regardless of what the gremlins tell you in your head. Even if you don't do anything ever, you've never finished anything ever, you consistently walk around with one sock on and like a shaved head. That's totally okay. Just because you feel like you've never accomplished anything, that's actually not true, especially if you can knock off a couple of 5 and 10-minute tasks. Even if you have a massive to-do list, this works because you're not adding to your to-do list. You're starting and finishing something in the time allotted. You also have a phone with a built-in alarm. And even if you don't have a phone with a built-in alarm, you probably have a kitchen timer or an old alarm clock. Use it. And what's awesome about this is it doesn't cost you any money. All of these little tasks are things that you have to do anyways. So if you can work them into your 5 and 10-minute breaks, that's like a double whammy and is going to build on your momentum. And even if you have to write these lists like secreted away in the bathroom with a crayon and toilet paper, and then like hide your list in with your makeup, your unmentionables, the toilet paper, the wipes, whatever, do it. And even if you only do it once a week, that once a week is going to turn into twice a week. and then maybe 4 times a week, and then maybe once a day. Because it's not all about perfection instantaneously. It's growing this proof of like, hey man, I can do it. I unloaded the dishwasher because I am a freaking rock star. You are. And unloading the dishwasher is important. Making out with your spouse, important. And you can do it. Even if it takes you for what feels like forever, it's totally possible. And this is all about proving that to yourself more than anything. So that's the end of the presentation. Woohoo! The art of finishing really is about taking you out of that crazy swirly headspace of I don't have enough time, and every time I think I have time, I end up with a longer to-do list. I am doing microbyte speed sessions, is the really, really long name, for these free 15-minute sessions where we look at everything on your plate. In your business, in your life, for yourself, everything that's on your plate, and really work on integrating everything. And I'm going to go ahead and point out that the website for this is on the bottom. You can always come back to that. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen by clicking this button here. Alrighty. Okay, so those speed sessions are all about laying it out on the table and seeing what really needs to be done first. So that way you are like, hey, not only do I have my 5 and 10 minute list from this little webinar, but from everything on my list, which is, like gobs and gobs and gobs long, and as soon as you think you're done, you realize you have all of this other stuff, knowing exactly where you should go next. So that way, whatever you're working on, you build momentum, and then you can move into other areas of your life pretty seamlessly because you're like, hey man, I checked a bunch of this stuff off, and it felt good because it's where I wanted to focus and didn't even realize it. So that is the webinar, and it will be sent out to you as a direct link, which you would already know after having watched this. Thank you so much for the people who have been emailing me and letting me know that there's all of these snafus. It really means a lot to me that you take the time to respond and let me know, because then I get to re-record it and get it really, really snappy and concise. If you have any questions at all, hit reply. I will respond. Book that session, even if it's just to be like, hey, I like the color of your walls. I would love to hear that because I like the color of my walls too. If you need anything, I'm here to support you as you take over the world. And that was the art of finishing. Woohoo! All right, thank you so much, and I will see you again in a couple of weeks with the next webinar.